Our story begins with a raging storm. A bolt of lightning ripped down from the skies. At its center was a lone man, who, with a single devastating punch, drove an enemy into the ground. The impact was so fierce that the others who tried to attack him were thrown into the air. In the aftermath of the chaos, we see his back, undefeated and unshakable. Fist King, a title given to the man who subjugated the entire Jianghu with his bare fists alone. He is a man who is called by his title more than his own name. Fist King Dan Wuzing is the main character of our story. His gaze was cold, steady, and unshaken. He stood undefeated, surrounded by the bodies of those who had tried to attack him but ended up dying instead. He looked around calmly, trying to search if any enemy had escaped his grasp. His eyes slowly lifted towards the distant hill, where he saw two figures, one male person with a sword and the second female with a fan standing. They both looked skilled, he thought, carefully analyzing their stance and presence as he wondered where they had come from. Without further hesitation, he grabbed one of the defeated masked men and hurled him toward the two figures above while shouting, "Let me return your thing to you." In midair, the masked man called out to the swordsman by his name, "Sword Demon, help!" Sword Demon swiftly drew his sword to protect the masked man, obviously not. With a sharp slicing sound, Sword Demon sliced down the airborne man into two parts. He sliced down his own ally without hesitation. While looking toward Sword Demon, he thought, this kind of cruelty, not anyone can do. Then, spying the sect token on the enemy's waist, he realized where they came from, and asked in a low but serious voice, "You too are from the demonic faction, aren't you?" Sword Demon jumped down from the cliff, landing with a light thud. "You've lasted longer than I expected," Sword Demon said with a smirk. "You really do live up to your title." "Shut up!" the main character snapped, his voice burning with anger. Then, in a cold, deep tone, he declared, "I'll kill you in just 10 attacks." "How arrogant," Sword Demon replied, unsheathing his blade. "Let's see how long that arrogance lasts." With those words, he unleashed a flurry of sword strikes. But our main character dodged all the attacks with speed and precision. In the same motion, he charged forward and threw a punch straight at the enemy's chest. The ground trembled. Sword Demon staggered backward, eyes wide with shock. His sword dropped from his hand. Blood surged from his mouth, staining the ground beneath him. Our protagonist's eyes burned with rage. He raised his fist again and began to count the number of punches aloud. 1, 2, 3. His voice roared with fury, and his fists followed like a storm with every count. One after another, all the punches landed on the enemy's body, until the 8th punch. That's when the main character realized none of his attacks were hitting the enemy's vital points. As if someone was restraining him. We see a faint purple line around his arm, but Dan Wusong doesn't know when it appeared. His eyes flickered with confusion. And in that single, distracted moment, Sword Demon grabbed his fallen sword and drove it through the main character's chest without hesitation. Sword Demon thought, "He really thinks brute strength alone could end this. Fool. You're not even close to understanding what you're up against. That power on your arm? It's not yours, and soon neither will be your life." Blood poured from the MC's chest and mouth as he staggered back. Sword Demon stared coldly and declared, "The reign of the King of Fists ends here."